Hey guys, welcome back to today's stream. And yeah, let's see. It's first 15 minutes of the day is literally on the go. Looking at this chart quickly. I mean, I'm saying quickly. There's no need for us to rush into anything. Gosh, such a bad consolidation here. We marked out, this high and this low yesterday. Spike right through it, or we gap down through it, and close up very, very bullish. To me, I've got no direction right now, so I think we're just gonna have to keep an eye on what the market presents, and and then take it from there. All right, so I want to test my sound quickly. Can everybody hear me? All right, so okay, seems like everything's okay. All right, let's jump into. Let's go back here quickly. Maybe let's do it like this. Hi guys. Okay, so let's go into the 1 hour from here. So these were the values or the areas I was looking at yesterday, but obviously nothing played out there, so that's nothing really. Right, so let's see, 1 hour, 8 o'clock. Just want to look at something quickly here. All right, so everybody knows this is obviously not financial advice, but it's educational purposes only. Took that highs out on top. I still, obviously see liquidity here. Bearish, very bullish yesterday. Let me have a look quickly. Give me a second. I just want to see this. I don't think there's any news today. No news. CPI's tomorrow. So yeah, maybe not the best times. All right. So what I'm going to do then, if nothing really sets up here, I'll probably take some scalps and see how it plays out. All right. So there's nothing for me to trade right here. I want to see some aggressive moves that obviously manipulate or something to that effect. Currently nothing's happening. Very bullish still, so maybe we just stay stuck in that. I'm gonna take this volume imbalance out, guys. There's some nice liquidity over here as well. So we've taken this out. So there's opportunity up here. Alright, so I just want to put the VWAP on here. I just want to see something. So we're above VWAP. Not trading VWAP, but it's always good to see where everything is. Alright. So let's see if we can make some moolah here today. Obviously not killing myself doing anything here. I mean, what is this time frame? This is the 15-minute time frame. So the first 15 minutes is this one here. This suggests that we might see some, lower push. And I'm looking at this just in case you wanted to find out. Then we've got this nice outside bar, but it's not a bearish outside bar. So we gotta sit on our hands for that one. All right, we also want to see okay, so this could be a target to get to. See, this is what we've already taken. Let's just want to see something. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. All right, so I'm gonna watch these levels and see what happens. Going to 1 minute. We mark those out in this fair value gap. So if we want to see price go lower, I want to see something run break structure, give me some sort of a fair value gap. I mean, this IFEG is not perfect. This is a bit of a break of structure on this run higher, leaving this fair value gap here. We punched in there. But then you want to see some sort of a move down. So I could go and jump onto this trade because I'm seeing this, but I could also sit back and wait. And we'll mark that as a break of structure. And I'll show you what that means. So obviously I see the swing point before this push up and then aggressive sell off. It would be great if this black candle sliced through this break of structure here. Okay. Consolidated, then we broke down and we pulled aggressively back. So maybe we want to consolidate a bit here. Yeah, so now it's just sitting on our hands and see what market does. Down, up, run all these little highs, aggressive sell off, but then we're back at it there. That tells me, to obviously be careful with this and not to try and just do anything that looks like it wants to do anything. Okay, so the momentum is still bullish, so I'll just be patient. Yeah. Let me see what. Okay, let's see. Give it some time, yeah. It's obviously no trades. Right. Just be patient, guys. Look, if we don't take a trade, we don't take a trade. You don't have to take a trade every time you sit in front of a screen. Just give it some time here. Something, and I normally look at the chart and see price moving sideways like this. I'll just wait for the, look, the macros already started, but it's not doing anything. So no need to try to jump in because, I don't know, because you feel you're missing out. You're not missing out. There's nothing to trade. Simple. All right. That's fine. We'll just be patient. Just give it some time. Just taking a, always worth taking some, let's see if we can get $1,000 out of this. Put it above this Liquidity gap. This is me just scalping, guys. This is not me taking long, big positions. I want to see if I can squeeze out $1,000 here. Which is like a 2-to-1. The only reason I'm taking this trade, looks like there's momentum for that push. And I mean, there's equal lows right there. Let's see if we can get those equal lows, which is 1,600. And then see if we want to go lower. So we've got this little gap here. See, I'm keeping my stop right above that. It could go back in there and test this white candle, then I'll probably be out. I just like the momentum behind this. So let's see. Go on. Okay, let's see if we can get this one closed. Okay, so okay, there we go, one trade, and now we wait again. Equal lows here. There was momentum down, obviously great momentum into these equal lows. Nothing big, nothing serious. Drawdown was nothing. So this is how I trade. If I don't see a clear setup, like yesterday we had a setup, I got stopped out, which is fine. But this IFG here doesn't really, I wanted to see this happen there. I mean, that's a good trade if you took it up there, run all this little high swings, nice rejection, go test it again, and then start selling off. Not a clean setup for me. Maybe it's a right setup, but now I'm just gonna see, I mean, we could see price go back into this. A little bit of a break of structure here. And it would be good to see us run this low. And the reason I'm picking this low, if you look at these two lows here, it's not 100% equal, but there's liquidity between this, and there's a big fair value gap. So that's where I think we're going to go to. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to see if I can find a nice entry to take it down to that level. I'm not just going to jump in. Now I want to see something pull back or give me a nice outside bar in that direction. Then we'll take a trade again. And if it decides to just melt down all the way down there, that's also fine. Then I've made a trade, I've made some money, and I've got nothing to worry about. Okay, let's see if this is going to present us with something. I still don't like the sideways move here, taking that equal lows, which is great. And yeah, now it's just a matter of sit and wait. Come on, give me that entry, that super nice entry. Right, guys, so you know I'm obviously trading off a paper trade account. Not because I can't do real money, it's just to, you know, this channel is for educational purposes and to help those who struggles with trading and want to follow along how I read the market. That's it. No reason for you guys to jump into these trades. You want to see some opportunity set up for you that's high probability. Again, this trade that I took here wasn't just random. There was momentum. I've got a specific momentum strategy that I use, and that's what I entered on. First of all, we saw this nice big push, big rejection, fair value gap here, inverted slightly, consolidate, push through, break of structure, come back up in a premium, and test that fair value gap. That's where you could enter, put your stop there. I just didn't like this price action. It printed equal lows here, and I was just waiting for something to tell me that you can take a trade, and that's why I took the trade. Now we could see price come all the way back up here. There's no other fair value gaps here. Won't be surprised if we run up there and then sell off. And then obviously that other relative equal lows is this blue line down here. And now we test our patience and we wait. If it runs without us, guys, it's just one of those things. There are going to be days where it's going to be perfect for us, where your risk reward is going to be nice, and there are going to be days where the market's going to run without you or without us. Sure. Let's just see quickly. I think we're below the VWAP by now. Yes. Okay. Let's trade. Okay, that's not a bad move that we're seeing there. Right, let's see. Is it going to give us that test up here? Wonder if I take any shorts there. Okay. I'm going to wait for some confirmation. Yeah. Didn't get to that nice outside bar. It's just not the right place. I would rather take a short up there. We ran this. If we close below there now and there's a new fair value gap, I most likely would like to trade into that. Just don't know why we didn't close. We did something in there. Right, so let's give it some time to breathe here. Yeah, so this fair value gap is obviously annoying to me because we don't get into that fair value gap. We're breaking structure down here now. So big fair value gap forming there. Targets down here. So let's see if we can. As much as I want to take this trade, I feel it's a bit of a risky trade. And the reason being is we ran up, we've created that fair value gap, we tested it. I missed that entry, but I also said I don't want to get stuck here with the sideways move. We broke structure now. I wanted to see price go into this fair value gap where I would have entered to take it short down to this 830 level. Just shy of it, outside bar, could be, it could have been, should have been the right entry there. I just didn't like this up here. So now it's just a matter of time. Let's see if we can get an entry in here. Seeing that there's a fair value gap there. And then I'll see if I can get it all the way down there. And again, if I don't get it, then it's fine, then just don't get it, right? We've already taken one trade. That was a short, secure profit there, so no need to rush in, to burn the account or anything. Okay, let's go back to a 15-minute to show there's some questions here. Around the target is the swing point here, which is at, what is it, 830 level, and this swing point here. This is relative equal lows. It's not perfect, but it's relative. So target should be under there, and then it should go for this one, and it's stuck in this big fair value gap on the side. That's on your 15-minute. Then you go down to your 1 minute and look for your trades up here. Put a stop up there. Come on. Right, so all we need now is to tap in on this fair value gap and then see if we can get that right down. All right. Then again, there's no need to chase, guys. If it doesn't pick you up, it doesn't pick you up. You're going to get those days where the market just runs without you. I think the key thing is to, just so people can follow along here, this is your break of structure. And that's because of that swing point, 3 candle swing point. That's your liquidity up here that you ran. And it would have been nice if we wicked into that fair value gap. We came down, break structure, leave a fair value gap with a down close candle, which is like an order block or a breaker. And now you just want to see it test in it and sell off. Notice how I don't adjust these things, your entries and all of that, because you see there we are in the trade now. What we want to see now is not for price to go back to this fair value gap. It can do that. It will be annoying, but that's fine. All you got to do now is see price follow through down to our target. Right, so let's see. See if it can play out. Drop me a like if you don't mind. Helps the channel and obviously encourage me to trade more. Okay, let's see. Okay, now we're getting some sort of a reaction there. Okay. Or maybe let's mark this out so it's visible. It's our fair value gap. I want to see the bodies of the candles stay below the 50% of the fair value gap. Can wick through it. Bodies needs to stay below it. Right, let's keep a close eye here. Now I'm just waiting for a swing high to form with a nice close down candle, and that should take price lower. Yeah, I think it's important for you to stick to trading rules and try not to deviate or to stress about it. If we get a nice black candle here, that should, obviously make that's your protective high. Hopefully there's something protective here and see some momentum taking it through this low. And then, so that would be great, to target this low. I'll then bring my stop lower and just manage my risk from here. I've already got a target. I've got my entries. I'm happy with the entry. I'm happy with my target. Now the big thing for me is to manage my risk. But for me to manage risk, I want to see how price reacts at certain levels. And and just at the end preserve capital. That's a nice down candle for us. Now I want to see more down candles. Right, now that we took this level out here, I would expect this high to hold and don't see price go above this. But this candle would be nice to close below that swing. Then I would be happy to put my stop or reduce my risk at least by half. Alright, so let's see. See if we can hold it. So we're sitting with some equal lows here now. And I want to see the next candle, what it's going to do. Is it going to bounce off here to go up, maybe up here? Or is it going to close through it to run lower? Okay. Like to see this little high to hold price, and there's a little fair value gap there. Let's just make it blue, and that's the gap that I'm hoping for price to hold price lower. Right, let's see. If we go lower here now and we hit our targets, I'll take profits. I'm not going to take further trades. Trading is about learning how price behaves within a certain time frame, which is this time of day. And I'll be back, maybe not live stream, but I'll be in front of the charts for the PM session to see if anything specific sets up there. Ta-da-da. Come on, push down. Alright, we want to run that high. As long as we don't close above here, then we're most probably going to go up there. Important to see how this candle close. Okay, it's in the top end of the fair value gap. Remember, it can wick through. Bodies must close. If this body closed below this blue line, that would be a good sign for me to see price go lower. But if it closes outside of this, most probably going to get stopped out, and we're most probably going to want to go up there. Look, I'm not going to be angry at me that I took the trade here. Like I said earlier, I would love to see it up there. But it's fine. We've decided to trade differently the market, and that's what it is. It's one of those things. Alright, like I said, it's going to tag me out there, and now it's most probably going to enter up here. Alright, we're still up $800. So not really 800. So it's like $200, yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to take this off so it doesn't explain that. So that's all fine, that's done. I've got equal lows here, and so we got two targets that we would like to follow through with. Now it's just a matter of time and patience. All right, so let's see what we form in this fair value gap. Maybe we shoot right through and go higher, but let's see. So let me see where the VWAP is. So I'm at the VWAP right now. Yeah, it's creating equal heights right there, but right here, and it's just below this fair value gap. So this could be a quick 10-pointer, but I would wait because now we've got equal lows and there are relative equal lows down here. I mean, we've got some nice big swing points here. If we want to leave this right here and go through, we might go up here and then come down. So, but there's nothing here that screams at me to take a trade. I mean, if you really want to take a trade, you would most probably do like a quick scalp. Maybe take it to the fair value gap. And I mean, that's really if you wanted to. Okay, so that's $500 there. So that's a quick scalp into that. And again, there was momentum behind that one. And I have a strategy for that. Now the question is, where are we going with this? All right, let's see who has taken any trades, practice trades. All right, so go. All right, so we broke through this fair value gap, which is actually now IFVG. And we are testing it now. Could potentially trade for this fair value gap up here. Or, because it's in a fair value gap here, if we invert this one, I want to see what we do with this low. If we invert, smash close through, that's a break of structure. Then I want to see if we left a fair value gap on the way down to test it and then try to short it back down. But for now, we're holding on the top end of this fair value gap. So let's see. Okay, took from 25. Okay, where's your stop? Where's your stop? Right, so let's see. 541. That's up here. Well, that's a good entry. That's a perfect entry. If you took an entry at 541, that's a perfect entry. I was a bit skeptical, not because the model wasn't there, the model was there. That's the right entry. When you broke this low here, your entry should be at break even. And then you could have taken some or 50% down here. Let's see, where would you have gone from here? You break down here, you come up, come down, your stop would have been here. So you would have been out at a profit at least. If you trail your stop like I do. If not, very curious to understand, where did you put your stop? Are you obviously still in the money, but at what point do you understand or indicate to yourself that this trade is wrong or is not, it's going to do something else? So for me it was gosh, where was it? Down here, it was close here. This is where I was wrong, going up there. So we did some money, take some money there, and then obviously now, because we're testing it, telling me we're most probably going to go higher. Right, so 11 o'clock is my cutoff, guys. That's part of my rules. I'll come back for the PM session, not in a live or anything. Okay, 25. All right, so that's a good stop. Good entry. All right. Okay. Let's see if we're going to bounce again here to go lower. All right, now this is a break of structure. I'm going to mark it out so you guys can see what I mean by break of structure. Break of structure is 3 candles. Candle 1, candle 2, candle 3. Form a swing point. There is your liquidity. It's a nice aggressive move up. Now this black candle, I want to see nice big black candles closing below here. Then I would probably look for a short again. This is a fair value gap, I think. Okay, let's see. All right, so this black candle paused in the middle. So this white candle, let's see. All right, so we don't really have to go through a down candle, up, breakthrough, support, breakthrough, support, down, breakthrough. Oh gosh. People might think, why am I not jumping onto this? I'm not feeling like risking anything. So this fair value gap here, that's a nice setup to go higher. I just don't have anything here that stands out for me like equal lows here. If there was equal highs resting above here, yes, of course, I would have entered down here to try to take it there. This is pretty steep push up. There we go. Okay, we might look at this now. Right, let's see. Okay, so we've taken this high out. We above this fair value gap, which is now IFEG. We bouncing back. If it creates a tail, we're most probably going to go back up there. Let's try a little scalp here. If it's going to allow me, give me the option. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Just trades taking some. Don't know if that high is where we want to go to. We could target it and see. Can't really put my stop down here. So I'm going to try and I like this long wick in this fair value gap, or that's a shows support. And where's the next opposite swing point, which is obviously going to be this one here. Now it's just a matter of time and see if it actually wants to run there. Close above, cheapest. Come on. Take me to... Oh boy, oh boy. If I take a trade like this, I'm not trading without a stop. I'm just managing it manually for scalping. If it was a bigger trade, obviously we'll have stops in place for it. Don't like this candle. Come on, send this up. Maybe we see a pullback back into this IFG. Let's see. Come on. Push, 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 push. Nice candle close above this. I'll probably just put it at break even now. Don't want to see price coming. Turn around on me and stop me out. Let's see if we can go to that high first. Okay, so this no longer means anything. Come on. Push, 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 push. Nice. Alright, so that's 3 trades, 2 winners, and 1 loser. No. I just want to see what this was. This was 170 plus 580 minus 1560 plus 1120. Okay, it's about just short of $2,000 today. Alright, nothing A plus here, guys. I mean, I'm not going to make a video telling how A plus today was, because there was nothing A plus. Sorry, man. Yeah, got stopped out. Something just told me that the fact that we're not taking these equal lows, want us to take something else first before we go there. Maybe those equal lows get left for tomorrow or for PM. What is it? CPI tomorrow or PPI or something. There's some red folder news tomorrow that we can obviously keep an eye for. Most importantly, the rules. If you did, then super. To 6. So this equal highs. Let's go to 15-minute. What is it? 206. Yeah, mine's not printing equal highs. It looks like it was taken on mine. So I'm not going to mark that as equal highs. We might get there. Same with this. I'm just marking the high out. One hour. Look, there's definitely some sort of liquidity here. So but it's not clean enough for me to base any trades off. I mean, volume imbalance right there. Very, very strong momentum to the upside. I mean, someone could take a trade here in this volume imbalance, but I'm not going to. Right, 15 minutes to go, then I'm going to hop off. I'm not taking any further trades here. I guess we seen some promising trades coming down here. Just didn't give us that liquidity that we were looking for, and then it reversed completely and start grinding higher. It's one of those days. No news yesterday, no news today, so maybe that's why we're moving like this. Or maybe, I don't know. I can't predict. I think the key thing for me is to make sure whenever you trade what's in front of you. Obviously, if there's a bias, stick to the bias, and anything against it, recognize that that is obviously risk. If you are bullish, if you got a higher time bullish bias and you try to take shorts, then you need to make up your mind, or get to grips of the risk that you could be wrong. It's always better to take trades in the direction of your higher time frame bias. And even when you're wrong at sometimes not the right entry, that bias, that momentum will help you through your trade. But if it's the opposite, then you've got a very good chance that you'll get stopped out or whipsawed or whatever. Alrighty, let's see. Oh. Dum, dum, dum. Look, a volume imbalance is not a very strong support or resistance level. I mean, price can close through it a million times before it carries on. It's not like a fair value gap. There are very strict rules around fair value gaps. Like in this case, you close above it, you collapse the trade. It's a very good chance that it now changed direction to some other level. And if one fair value gap gets inverted, multiple times, then also collapse the trade, then it's not worth holding because there's obviously something else. Come on. Maybe there's a 10-pointer here for us. Let's see. Ta-da-ta-da. Turned. Okay, let's see. What are we going to get here? Outside bar, bearish into this block. Don't trust it. But there's nothing here to take a short from anyways. But it could set up for a little 10-pointer to that high, 117. Okay, we're getting close to 1050. That's the next macro. Okay, so we can take a 10-pointer here. 10 points. Scalp. Nice outside bar in the direction that we're going. That's why you can't trade outside bars just for the sake of trading them. You've got to use them in the right context. Go on. There we go. All right, that's it. So that gets us just over $2,000 in the session, which is $2,300. This is only one account. Obviously, if you got 10 or 20 accounts and you copied it across, that will give you a nice substantial number to trade. All right, so let's all right, so that's not bad. Let's see what's happening in the next 10 minutes. So if I switch this off or end the stream, I'm not going to stare at the screens. I'll come back after lunchtime and see what happened. And then obviously I'll scalp around on my own account. But yeah, there's no point to to go sit and stick your eyes to the screen. Maybe. And it's also not worth sitting and try to figure out what did you do wrong, why did you get stopped out. Nothing here was wrong. Price was just doing something else. It's worth keeping an eye the PM session to see if we get a reversal to come down to these equal lows. If we don't, then I guess we most probably going to leave something for tomorrow. So and don't go look for something in the charts that's not there to trade. It's not worth it. It's not worth your mental capital. You screw up your discipline by looking for stuff that's not there. Instead of coming to the charts that one time where all the liquidity and volatility comes together, which is New York Open. Look for something there. If it's there, trade it. If it stops you out, stops you out. Tomorrow's another day. If you take profit, that's also fine. Maybe it's worth trailing your stops and preserve capital and take something off the table if it turns around. Or if your appetite goes for holding for those targets, it's also good. Nothing wrong with that. All right, so we just marked this high out. Wasn't really a target for me, but it's fine. Now we just sit back and wait for the market to print new liquidity. Maybe it stops right at that line, then it's equal highs, then it comes back down. Who knows? $105, 126, 20 points. All right. think I'm gonna call it 5 minutes before 11. I don't see anything specific setting up here, so yeah, I'll set up for live session tomorrow again. It will be after the news, but that's fine. I'm going to see what the news does, see what liquidity get left for us, and hopefully we get a nice AIM session to trade. With that said, thanks for joining the stream, and yeah, I'll set it up. Don't forget to like this video, set a notification bell, and then obviously I'll obviously notify you on upcoming live streams so you don't miss out on it. All right, that's all from me today. Have a good day and see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.